This is a very dark episode today. This is not a very good happy episode today, but that's fine. So I'm gonna give you a little tidbit about my life. Okay. So
Wait, are you wearing a hat with the third eye on it?
the Eye of Horus.
Oh, very
Shout
nice, very nice.
shout out to the homies at Hardway Limited and the homies that gave me this shirt. I mean, this is really dope. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking back on the last episode when you were saying some of y'all need to get your third eye open. Like y'all got Tim pissed. Y'all got Tim pissed off. And normally, like he like to hide behind a paywall, but now he's out.
You gonna be Hey man, y'all keep fucking with me. You can get Hotep Tim in like 2 weeks. You're gonna get Hotep Tim
Give
in
them
2
light,
weeks.
Tim.
Stop.
Give them light. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Because
No, I'm gonna
I
teach
think
these
it's
devils.
important. I think it's important that you explain exactly what you were explaining to me on the phone because people need to know. Niggas need to know. Like that's your business. But I think
Amongst other things that I'm not gonna get into on this episode, uh, those negotiations are just very bothersome. I've talked about it before. I don't like being jerked around, and not in the fun way. So I talk to people about potential super fights, and I say, hey, these are my available dates, under the understanding that I'm at least gonna get a couple weeks notice before I get brought into negotiations with the match, right? So I always gotta talk to people, say, hey, I'm still open to matches. I said I was retired. It was a mini retirement because I wanted to focus on some things, and I had to get my mind and my spirit right and get my real life, not the jujitsu life, in order. And I get a message late Tuesday afternoon about a potential match that I might have.
we're not dropping the promotion.
We're not. I'm not. I don't drop names because at the end of the day, there's no point. But I'm getting hit up about this match, and I'm like, okay, so I told you I was available this week. This is one of the weeks in the month that I'm available, right? But I told you that weeks ago. So I'm under the impression that when I contact you again to say, hey, I'm interested in a match, not the same week and not on the Tuesday of the week that you want to do it, because I'm of the mind that this is still the show business. This is a show business. We want to entertain folks, but if you want to entertain folks, you got to give them some kind of heads up as to, oh yes, a major star, a major player in the game is returning, and he's going to go against another tough guy. But I get offered a match against a guy that's very good, world class competitor, but I'm supposed to fight him on a couple days' notice, fly across country, and chances are, like, my main coach that I go to is not going to be available, and then I'm going to have to find someone else to fill in short notice to help me. But this is the week of, and people have lives. I don't think we get enough appreciation as athletes in this sport. It's not really a professional sport because of shit like this, but we're still athletes. We still have lives. And yeah, it's just a jiu-jitsu match, but it's more than that. I am very sensitive about my shit, like Erica Badu said.
Yeah, was this like a Friday or a Saturday match? Because if you're saying they told you,
It was supposed to be Saturday, but it's not just like I drive there Saturday.
no,
It's
yeah,
cross
because that's what
country.
I'm trying to think. Like, because if
It's
you
like
gotta
a
fly out,
Thursday,
that means you
Friday.
gotta fly out either Thursday or Friday,
It's
and
a Thursday,
then
Friday
yeah,
commitment.
so it's like basically you don't have any days to train or prepare because what you got told Thursday or Tuesday. Like if we think about that
Tuesday
Tuesday, which was
evening.
like 2 days ago, we dropped because we film on Thursday, so we're gonna assume this shit just happened. Like so that's Tuesday, and then he would have what trained Wednesday. We still got to film this fucking podcast on Thursday, whether he just got a random fight or not, or we would have had to film it on Wednesday, or we would have had to do what we do when I travel is try to film it on like
Sunday morning.
Sunday from a hotel, like. Yeah, so that is kind of fucked up. But could you also tell the other listeners, like, what would typically happen when you get a super fight? Like, what time do you normally have it? Because I know sometimes, could be hard to like find a matchup. But what is the typical scenario?
Pre-COVID,
Pre-COVID, yeah, when there was typical, I guess.
all right, before the world went fucking nuts or nutser, I would get a notice at least a month before. And this was when I was on the warpath. That's when I was training every day. That's when jiu-jitsu was all I did. I made my money from teaching private lessons, teaching seminars, doing super fights, winning money tournaments, and just getting my face out there. And then even still, I would need a few weeks to watch footage of this guy, continue to make sure that I cycle correctly. You can't really cycle in
Not
4
talking about
weeks.
steroids, y'all.
No, like training wise. Make sure that I don't peak too early or train so hard that I burn myself out before the big match. Because I take every match seriously. Even if it's short notice, I'm still in the gym doing my best. And that's what I would do. That would be the time that I need. And that would be enough time where I can adjust my schedule if I have something already planned. If I have private lesson students or somebody that I work with, I would need to have that time. So that's what I would do. I would have time to prepare, not 2 days before, because you said it'd be a Friday thing and Saturday thing, but no. It fucks up the half of my week, yo. It fucks up half of my week. Because check it. If I'm recording on Thursday, I pack Thursday. Or I would have to pack Wednesday. I have to get my shit together.
Yeah, no.
Friday it's an all day thing because I live close to the airport. But it's still an all day thing. I still have to wake up early. I still have to get there. I still have to get on the plane, Uber my ass back to a hotel, somehow get to that weigh-in, then like get a workout in. Like it's a whole endeavor just to make sure that you're right. And then I would have to fight against a world-class guy last fucking minute.
So,
and that was just the first opponent I was given. And then I say, okay.
Wait, how is there more than one opponent? Yeah, just to clear that out, because you did talk about there being more than one opponent, but this was also this week. So how did
it has been a continuous thing the last 3 days. Not even 3 days, the last two, because it's Thursday and I got the call, like was started talking with the promoter like on Tuesday, yo.
So they told you about it originally on Tuesday, and then since Tuesday the opponent has switched
I was
up.
like, okay, I might need a couple weeks for this guy. Like, I don't know. Let me think about it. Then it's like, okay, I'm down. Then it's all right about these guys. I'm like, well, these guys are way bigger than me. I mean, I'm down, but how much is the purse? I'm like, okay, so you're paying me this much? Like, this is less than normal. And considering that in one instance, I'm going against a guy that's a known cheater. It's non-steroids. And it's short notice for me, and I'm the one that's going to have to fly across country. I'm the one that doesn't have a system behind me where everyone's a professional and everyone just trains all day and lives in a trap house. I'm not in that system. I don't have that. I have a life, I have responsibilities, and, I want to be duly compensated. So they said no. So at this point, as of right now, I'm not going anywhere this week. I have other side missions that I have that involve other things. Next week we're doing the Randori Fight Championship, and I'm doing commentary, and that's what I'm worried about. But that's one of the other stressors I have in my life that's very bothersome. It really got me irked. On top of other things going on right now, like in 2 weeks, this beard is going to be like 3 times the size, and you might get Hotep Tim. So that's what I had to say about what's new with me.